Now Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints are pouring it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum, and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 2 on the play there, and it'll be first down, Saints. From the gun, a give to Mixon. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Complete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a 2nd quarter onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. So they touched him before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help the comeback bid here before.
No, not at all. They're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
3rd down and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down to the 7-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 68 yards on the ground. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Saints 45. Vikings.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And 10 yards to go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll get hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
At the 27-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And it's complete. They're going to get the 1st. And they're able to pick up the 1st and keep possession. Well, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints just continue to roll. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Saints 52. Vikings.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Side here, and that's complete. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
4-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Well, his pass is intercepted for the 3rd time today. 44-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Able to find Harris, complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st down, Mixon. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Once again, they win with Mixon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as Ed sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
He'll look to throw. And the feed is made on the end route, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball, let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The tight end making the catch. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On second down, Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Mixon hit it, all the ball is out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. They'll run on first down. Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. Got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Third down.
On third down, Mixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line line of scrimmage.
Score Saints.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll take